so, and if tapes exist of the conversations between the president and James Comey here. If there are tapes, can the president be forced to turn them over?
Well, I mean, that's an ultimate question, John, that I think the White House is going to have to answer. The first issue I think they have to deal with is, were there tapes at all? And I think they do have to acknowledge whether or not the conversations were taped. And if they were taped, they have to preserve those tapes as a record of presidential communications. Now, they can fight the production of those tapes if Congress tries to get them, if Congress subpoenas them, if a court later attempts to get them. We've been through this process before with President Nixon, so we know that they have the ability to fight the production, but they got to keep the tapes if they have them.
Professor Dershowitz, do they have a legal right not to answer the question? They have dodged this question, dodged and weaved from the president down to the White House staff. Is there a legal right for them just to not answer it?
They have to be asked it under compulsion. So far, of course, the president has, any citizen has a right to answer not to answer any question. You can ask me a question on the show, I don't have to answer it. But if I'm in front of a grand jury or in front of a congressional committee, then of course I have to answer unless I can claim executive privilege. Now, they can claim executive privilege on tapes, but I think in the end, the courts would, if there were probable cause to believe that there were tapes that may contain information that could lead toward some kind of evidence of criminality, they'll lose. Nixon lost, they'll lose. And the one thing I would strongly suggest is do not destroy any tapes. Do not create an 18-minute gap. Do not do anything that constitutes any kind of a cover-up, because that's the one thing every prosecutor looks for.
Well, Professor Dershowitz, based on the fact that the president's been retweeting you, I get the sense he will listen to your advice. Alan Dershowitz, Elizabeth Foley, Paige Pate, Laura Coates, thanks so much.